how am I gonna swatch this on the back of my hand? That's not gonna work. Do you see that, or am I just making that up? Hey guys, welcome back. So got Friday favorites and Fooeys for you today, and I have still just been loving neutral sort of colors, some pinky colors, just this sort of look. I had a work friend from my regular work ask me, she was like, do you get ready every day? Like, do your hair and makeup every day? And I said, yeah, I do. I really do. I like the way I feel like when I get ready. It gets me moving. It brightens my mood, but also, I mean, y'all know, I love playing with makeup. So I love putting on my makeup, playing with different things. I don't particularly love curling my hair, but I like when my hair is curled, so I go ahead and do that. But yeah, like my go-to is usually just kind of a neutral look, like a bronzy, coppery, or pinky, or something in that family. If I'm just like playing with makeup, that's what I tend to gravitate towards versus other things. So that's why I find that I'm still kind of doing that and reaching for those sort of colors. So anyway, that was a tangent. This is what we're going to talk about, so let's get to it. Okay, so I have been playing with some new Profusion makeup, but I would say the thing that I've reached for the most is this palette so far. This is the Starlit palette. I mean, look at this big old thing. And I think this is $10 for this ginormous palette. And I have barely even like tapped into this palette. There are so many possibilities in here that I haven't even delved into, but I've played with some of it and really enjoyed it so far. So I've played with this shade quite a bit. I have this and this in my crease. Absolutely love this one right here. It's one of those, I don't even want to swatch it because I don't want to waste it. And then I have this on my lid. This is beautiful. And then I have, which one? Oh, a little bit of this one right here in my outer corner. Those were the main ones I played with, I think. Did I play? Oh, I played with this lighter color. This one right here. How am I gonna swatch this on the back of my hand? That's not gonna work. Let me get this swatched. Okay, look at that pinky shade right there. This one. Oh my goodness. That's gotta be my favorite in the whole palette. It's beautiful. I mean, this palette has warm tones, kind of olivey greens, pinky colors, purpley colors, so you can do like cool tone, taupey, purpley sort of looks, but you can do more warm, chocolatey sort of looks too. You can use those olive greens and get more of a, I don't know, a fall-y sort of a look. So, I mean, there's tons of possibilities with this palette. And I mean, I find it to be a really good formula. I just tap off my brush. I was thinking, I wouldn't call them soft shadows necessarily. I mean, they kick up product in the pan and they will give you fallout on your face if you don't tap off your brush. But I mean, there's tons of high-end shadows that are like that too. So yeah, I just tap off my brush with them. So other than that, I find them to be a really easy to work with formula. And I wouldn't call that not easy to work with because like I said, a lot of high-end shadows are like that too. Like Urban Decay, if you don't tap off your brush, it's gonna give you some fallout. But I love Urban Decay shadows. So anywho, it's a beautiful formula, beautiful palette, really get tons of options in here. I haven't played with the glitters yet really, but I mean, I've like swatched them. How fun. So yeah, tons of things you could do with this palette. It's a lot of fun. And I think, I don't know if this is on Target yet. If I can find it on Target, I will link it for you. And I think Profusion does free shipping over like $25 or something like that. Yeah, I think it's 25, which is great. Or maybe 20. It's low, whatever it is. I also busted out some of my ColourPop Super Shock shadows that I hadn't played with in a while. I was just kind of like grabbing things out of there and thinking, you know, just kind of like shopping my stash. Thinking, I haven't worn this in a while, so let's play with some of these. So first one I wore quite a bit is a Little Quarry. I do have this on today, but I have it over those other shadows. So I mean, it's there, but it's kind of mixed with the other. This is such a fun, like funky sort of neutral. And it's funky because I don't know. It doesn't really have, I'm not seeing it here, but when I feel like when I get it on my eyes, it's more of a funky duochrome sort of a neutral color. Yeah, I guess I can kind of see it there. I mean, it's overall just sort of a coppery, rose gold sort of a color, but I feel like it almost has, when you get it built up, like a dirty green duochrome flash to it. Do you see that, or am I just making that up? I don't know. Something about it. It's just a little quarry. It's just a little quirky. You know what I mean? So there's that one, and then Sequin is such a beautiful, bright, coppery color. Oh, this is a classic. I mean, so intense. This one is less metallic-y. Well, it is metallic-y. It has less shimmer in it, I think, is maybe what I'm noticing. It's got more of like a base color to it, whereas this is more, you see more shimmer and flash to it. This is more of just that base coppery color and then a little bit of the shimmer in it. So hopefully that makes sense. Almost like a liquid shadow. It almost looks like a cream shadow or something. But it is super opaque and beautiful on the eyes. So pretty. Goes great with like the Urban Decay Cherry palette, Naked Cherry. Really pretty with that one. But I mean, you could wear it with tons of different things. Those shadows are so good. I'm just gonna wipe off my swatch while we're chatting. Those are so fun because you can just pop some of your bronzer in your crease and put that on your lid, and those Super Shock shadows have so much dimension to them. It looks like a whole involved eye look, and it's just one shadow and then some bronzer. So I love to do that too, just bronzer and then one of their Super Shock shadows that has that fun duochrome dimension. Blush this week, I broke this one out of my collection that I hadn't worn in a while. This is the Maybelline Fit Me in Plum. I really, really like this formula. I need to look up other colors of this because it's really good. So I have this on my cheeks right now, but I do have bronzer on, and I do have a highlighter that I'll mention to you next. But this is the overall blush color. And it's a plummy sort of a color. It's like a dark rose plum. It's very cool toned, which I feel like is really pretty unique. There's not a ton of blush colors that are this sort of a color. And it looks very scary in a swatch. It looks very dark, but it's a really easy to work with formula that's very blendable. You can apply it softly, but I mean, it is pigmented, but it blends out well. It diffuses well, it doesn't go everywhere, but just kind of melds into the skin nicely. Very nice formula to it. It's super affordable. I think I got this one on Amazon, I think. And I feel like it was like $4 or something like that. And it's overall just a great satin matte sort of a finish to it. It's not dry looking, but it really doesn't have a lot of sheen or definitely no shimmer to it. Beautiful mauvey plummy sort of color. So this highlighter on my cheekbones and then also on the inner corners of my eyes is this one from Essence. This is the Pure Nude Space Lighter, and this is Be My Space Light. Be My Space Light. And it is a beautiful duochrome pinky sort of a highlight, but I used some setting spray to apply it to my cheekbones. Like I got the product on just a duo fiber sort of a highlighter brush, and then I sprayed it with some setting spray to kind of really kick it up where you could really see it, but not using it with a setting spray, it's a little bit more subtle. So if you want to play with kind of a little bit more of a adventurous or creative colored highlighter, I feel like this is a really good one to use because it is a little bit more subtle until you either build it up or use it with a setting spray. So you can see it there, that it's this beautiful icy, pinky, purpley, duochrome sort of a highlight. It's really, really pretty. I feel like it's a really good formula too. Yeah, but I don't know what it is about it. Like there's other ones that are like this, like from Ofra, and then Laura Geller, one of her little swirly ones. She has one that's this kind of like a pinky color. I feel like this one is just lighter and more subtle than those are. So if you want to play with kind of a more creative highlighter, I think this one is a great one and it's super affordable. Okay, y'all, and then lips. So I would say lipstick, lip products are really one thing that when I'm home, I'll apply it like in the mornings, but I don't usually remember to reapply it. Sometimes I do, but not very often. It's more one of those things like when I'm out somewhere, I have it in my purse and that's when I reapply it. So I haven't been using quite as many lip products, but these I definitely have been grabbing for. I think these are beautiful and really pretty, easy sort of looking makeup. Also wear this lip liner. Okay, so let's talk about the lip liner first. This is the Essence Stay 8-Hour Lip Liner Waterproof, and this is in the color Tea Time. So I do have a little bit of this just around the outsides of my lips, but I did fill in my lips with this one day. Just kind of grabbed it and used it as my lip color, and it's really pretty. It's a very pretty kind of, I'll show you more of a swatch in just a second. It's a really pretty kind of deeper, warmer mauve rose is how I would describe it. Really pretty. And then these are the Milani Keep It Full Nourishing Lip Plumpers. I love these. I have multiple colors in these. These are beautiful, gorgeous formula. They look so pretty on the lips. This one might be my favorite. This one is Soft Rose. It is gorgeous by itself, and I feel like it has enough color to it that you really don't need a lip liner. Like, I feel like you can get pretty good shape to the lips and good opacity with it. It is such a pretty color. Oh my goodness. This is so pretty. I don't know why I'm trying to get like the perfect swatch of it. Who knows? Big old doe foot applicator on these, so just FYI, but I like it. I mean, I think it applies it well. You get a good amount of product, but not too much. So I like the big doe foot applicator. So here it is right there. So a beautiful nudie sort of a color, like a nude rose. So pretty. And then I just use a little bit of that just kind of on the outsides of my lips. This is super glossy. It looks so beautiful on the lips. It feels really comfortable. It is a cooling sort of a sensation. It's not tingly or uncomfortable, but it does feel cool on the lips, and it has kind of a minty sort of a scent and a little bit of minty feeling on the lips. So just FYI on that, but I absolutely love the formula. They are great. So something like that, like if I am gonna grab something and reapply it, it's gonna be usually, well, I mean, sometimes I grab a lipstick. It just kind of depends on the day, but I don't do it as much is what I'm trying to say. But a lot of times if I grab something, I do like wearing like a gloss or something like that. So anywho, these are perfect for that. Okay guys, so those are all my favorites. So hope that you really enjoyed this video. Please hit a thumbs up if you did. Let me know down below what you've been loving or maybe not so much loving. Let me know what you've been up to recently. I would love to hear that. Any puzzles or board games you've been playing or new makeup you've been playing with. Let me know that down below. Ask me any questions that you have. I'm happy to answer those. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!